Now, on Good Morning Northwest, 2 people dead in an East Central shooting. The crucial evidence police believe neighbors may have captured without even knowing it.
And we are not done with rain just yet. I'm going to help you plan around more wet weather coming this afternoon.
And ducks wearing solar-powered backpacks? Well, it's not science fiction. It's happening here, locally. Who's behind this surprising technology helping wildlife biologists make some new discoveries? You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Thanks for starting your day with us. I'm Natalie Grant.
And I'm Robin Nance. It's Wednesday, May 14th. Welcome to it. Let's check in with meteorologist Matt Gray and your first alert forecast.
And we are seeing a little bit more morning rain this morning. Not nearly as much as we saw at about this time yesterday, but we are still in this wet weather pattern, and that means some showers that we're watching. Got a little shower of the Palouse right around Potlatch, but most of the action is further north, including around the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area. You can see this area for rain basically south of Newport, stretching all the way into the Coeur d'Alene Mountains. Let's first, though, however, go to this shower, which has just passed the Medical Lake area. It's about to reach the Four Lakes exit, Hayford Airway Heights as well. If you're in the Marshall area, you'll see some light rain here as well over the next few minutes. And then on the west side of Spokane, sooner rather than later, you're going to see that wet weather roll in if you live within shouting distance of the airport. As we get into North Idaho, we're still keeping an eye on this area of rain, which stretches basically for the Silverwood area. It's about to move into Athol this morning. Blanchard about to get the backside of this kind of little swirling area of rain here as well. Everything moving towards places like Bayview, Coquilala, and the south end of Lake Pend Oreille. So we're going to continue to see more showers as we head into the afternoon and midday as well. Not as much coverage. And then in one day of dryness before things start headed back towards rain again. We'll take a closer look coming up.
Good morning. News that may impact you from the Breaking Now desk. Today, Spokane police are asking for your help after a deadly shooting in East Central. 2 people were killed at an apartment complex yesterday evening. Right now, investigators believe someone nearby may have seen or heard something, and they're asking anyone with surveillance footage to check their cameras. Even the smallest detail could really help them understand what happened. This all took place at the Hart Terrace Apartments near 11th and Ray. Here you can see police cars at the scene blocking off 11th. Police say a call came in that a man had a knife and he was on top of a woman. When officers got there, they found both people hurt in the parking lot, and despite trying to save them, both died at the scene. Police say more than one person was involved and the suspect is now in custody, but they're still trying to piece everything together. So if you have information that you believe officers should see, call Crime Check at the number on your screen, 509-456-2233. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
A man who supplied tens of thousands of fentanyl-laced pills to Eastern Washington has been sentenced to more than 16 years in federal prison. According to the U.S. Attorney's Office, 32-year-old David Velasquez Jr. and another man, 61-year-old David Fulmer, met several times in 2022 in Utah to transport drugs to Eastern Washington. Each time Velasquez brought at least 10,000 fentanyl-laced pills. Velasquez was arrested in Iowa in 2023. During the arrest, law enforcement found 40,000 pills hidden in his truck tailgate, along with 2 loaded guns in the glove box and a third found under his back seat. Fulmer was also recently sentenced to 5 years in federal prison for drug trafficking. Around the world this morning, President Trump is in Qatar today, his second stop on a 4-day trip to the Middle East. His visit under scrutiny since the royal family offered him a $400 million luxury jet.
Trump defending his plan to accept the jet and use it as Air Force One, despite backlash from both Democrats and Republicans.
We give a lot of gifts. We give too many gifts, to be honest with you. But I thought it was a beautiful gesture.
Yesterday, the Saudi crown prince gave the president the royal treatment. There, Trump announced an end to the sanctions against Syria. The sanctions were put in place during the Assad regime that has since crumbled. Its new government now is in place has been in place for the last 6 months.
There's a humanitarian reason to want the sanctions to be lifted, which is that the people of Syria have suffered under the sanctions. The United States should be cautious too, because you don't want to go whole hog in and invest in any particular regime.
Trump is meeting with Syria's new president today before heading to his next stop, the United Arab Emirates. Hanging over the entire Middle East visit is the Trump family business interests. His son, Eric, and Don Jr., now running the Trump Organization and have projects in the works in all 3 countries that the president is visiting.
The Boundary County Sheriff's Office is blocking some calls to its non-emergency line because of a string of verbal abusive unknown callers. The Sheriff's Office says it's received hundreds of calls over the last week where callers threaten or verbally abuse dispatchers. The calls are coming from block numbers being traced all around the country, making them difficult to investigate.
They're being extremely forceful, being extremely disrespectful. They're swearing, they're yelling at our dispatchers, they're lying to our dispatchers, they're trying to manipulate our dispatchers to go find someone, a supervisor to talk to.
The Sheriff's Office says its detectives are investigating the calls and intends to prosecute the people behind them.
Just about any place you go where there's water, you'll probably see some ducks.
From wood ducks to mergansers to mallards, they come in all sizes and colors. In a story new here on Good Morning Northwest, Derek Dice shows us how the Kalispel tribe is going high-tech to learn more about our feathered friends.
Along the Pend Oreille River, there are many sloughs and wetlands.
We're basically just figuring out what's happening with waterfowl just because we don't really know.
Scott Peterson is a wildlife biologist for the Kalispel tribe.
What we do know is part of what the cultural record kind of indicates on how many waterfowl were in the valley, in the late 1800s.
The Kalispels want to take care of the places ducks and other waterfowl call home. They hope the ducks will help show them what needs to be done.
So we're kind of set up in a unique area to be able to do some research and some monitoring on a broad spectrum of different species.
For years, biologists have used little metal bands to track birds, but that's so 1900s. Welcome to 2025.
We're banding some waterfowl, different species, and then we're putting out GPS backpacks.
That's right, solar-powered GPS backpacks.
They each have their own unique identifying number.
Teflon straps around the wings hold the packs in place. They give Scott and his team a new look at how the ducks live.
Looking at what types of trees they're actually utilizing for nests, or if they're selecting for wood duck boxes, those types of things that are pretty important.
The backpacks send out signals every few hours.
We have some birds that are going all the way into Alaska, some that hit Yukon, some that are in the Northwest Territories and Alberta.
As the team builds a database of information, it's helping to build a better future for the waterfowl that call the Pend Oreille Valley home.
Increasing populations or understanding what those populations are doing with their selections for their nesting habitats.
I'm Derek Dice, 4 News Now.
Fascinating stuff.
Wow, my kids were of the Dora the Explorer phase. Backpack
on the little ducks.
Oh my gosh, where my brain goes. It's now 8 minutes after 6 o'clock.
Checking in with meteorologist Matt Gray. Maybe we have a little map too that sings with it.
That's the map.
You guys are quacking me up over here. Hey, just had some rain at Fairchild Air Force Base as we tried to stay on task this morning.
Sorry.
That's okay. It's okay. That's pretty funny. Yeah, we're tracking some rain out there this morning and more to come this afternoon in your forecast.
It may not look like it or feel like it right now, but warmer days are here, and we're sharing everything you need to know to keep your family safe out on the river or on any of our lakes coming up.
And a major development in one of America's most notorious murder cases. The Menendez brothers just received news they've waited decades to hear, what it means for their future, right after this break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now weather is brought to you by Coeur d'Alene Casino Resort Hotel.
Rain or shine, day or night, good weather always reigns at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. No matter the weather, winning is better. Your 7-day forecast calls for fun at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. Coeur d'Alene Casino, winning is just the beginning.
With a P1FCU Ascend checking account, you get more than great dividends. Imagine having an entire branch in your pocket. Who needs a checkbook when you have a digital wallet? The only thing I check these days are my dividends.
Earn 3.5% APY. Access your account anytime, anywhere. Simplify your life and start earning more with Ascend Checking. Get yours today at p1fcu.org/ascend.
This year, make it a summer to remember and get your toys ready for the great outdoors from the pros at Snows Auto. Check out the best brands of stereos and professional window kits. 20% off at Snows Auto.
I'm 4 News Now Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker. Every little bit helps when it comes to protecting our river and aquifer. Learn how you can be water-wise.
Hey Spokane, this is Will with your weekly WaterWise tip. When you go to mow your lawn, we recommend putting it at the highest setting. Not only will this shade the root system, it will also retain moisture and promote a deeper root system.
It's easy to be water-wise.
Kerner Furniture's Memorial Day sale is in full swing.
So if you're looking for a new Lazy Boy, now is the time to buy.
Pick up the Collage Rocking Recliner by Lazy Boy. It looks great in every room.
The KC Rocking Recliner has a clean contemporary design with classic reclining comfort.
Shop our entire Lazy Boy selection and take advantage of Memorial Day pricing and our always guaranteed lowest Lazy Boy prices.
Make Kerner Furniture your go-to for Lazy Boy during our Memorial Day sale.
Post Falls ER and Hospital open 24/7, providing premium emergency department care without the wait. From your child sports injury to urgent ambulance visits, Post Falls ER features low wait times, efficient procedures, and compassionate care. Plus, we provide state-of-the-art imaging, inpatient care, and accept all commercial insurances. Because in an emergency, every second counts and every life matters. Post Falls ER and Hospital, State Line near Cabela's, minutes away, hours faster.
Welcome back. It's 6:11. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. A stunning decision in a California courtroom. Eric and Lyle Menendez resentenced to 50 years to life.
The ruling makes them both immediately eligible for parole, an option not previously on the table. The brothers have spent more than 30 years in prison for killing their parents. Family members testified about the brothers' rehabilitation in prison and support for their release. The parole board is already scheduled to have a hearing on June 13th, but the Los Angeles County DA has previously gone on record against resentencing the Menendez brothers.
With tariffs on Chinese goods dropping, you might wonder if Temu and Shein will get cheaper. The answer is partly yes, partly no. These retailers used to avoid tariffs by shipping orders under $800 duty-free, but that loophole is gone. Now, most packages face a 30% tariff, much lower than the previous 145%, but still higher than before. If your order ships through USPS, the tariff jumps to 54%.
And the tariff pause already having a positive effect on financial forecasting. Economists at JP Morgan now believe our odds of avoiding a recession are better than 50%. That marks a significant shift from early April when the bank warned of a 60% chance of a recession due to alarmingly high tariffs. The bank is also projecting a rise in unemployment, predicting numbers just under 5% by the middle of next year.
Here's a different kind of forecast. 10-second takeaway for your weather. Showers will continue off and on throughout the day today, but we'll start clearing out tonight. We've got one day of dry weather tomorrow before the rain returns.
Well, we have an update for you on a story we've been following. The original music at one of Spokane's most iconic landmarks will soon return for a new generation. The Spokane Parks Foundation says it's reached its $15,000 fundraising goal to restore the original band organ from the historic Louvre Carousel. The foundation says the organ plays the equivalent of a 60-piece orchestra, but it went silent in the 80s because workers feared continued use would cause some permanent damage.
Had a very quick, very positive response from the community. It was an amazing community effort.
With this money, the foundation will now have experts convert the paper music into music rolls into digital files and help improve the carousel's acoustics.
Ooh.
Very good news.
Yeah, I have to go check it out.
Mm-hmm. Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:14.
Ever watched an NFL game in Spain? Nobody has yet. Which two teams will make history this November? We'll tell you coming up in about 10 minutes or so.
And right after this commercial break, are you ready to head out on the water for a boat day? You'll need to cross a few things off your checklist. First, Allison Martinez is live this morning out on the water with what you need to know.
Are you ready for an upgrade? Now is the time during the 2024 model clearance sale at Post Falls Volkswagen. Drive home the 2024 Tiguan today with 0% APR. Have a trade-in? We want your vehicle and we will pay top dollar. We also have cashback bonuses up to $2,500 on 2025 models. Don't let these deals pass you by. Head to Post Falls Volkswagen now, the home of 0000.
If your bath has seen a lot of life, nobody gives it new life like Bath Fitter. Whatever shape your bath is in, Bath Fitter will transform it with an amazing number of styles and watertight walls that are grout-free and easy to clean. With 40 years of experience, Bath Fitter knows what people want. An affordable remodel that isn't just beautiful, it's guaranteed for life. When it's time to give your bath new life, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Triple play! Triple play!
Wow! Rob even makes two-pointers look cool!
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including go-karts, mini golf, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
Triple play!
You've worked hard your whole life.
Now when you need Social Security disability, they make you work even harder.
Paperwork, phone calls, delays, just to get denied?
You've paid into the system this whole time.
And this is how you get treated?
That's when you call 1-800-LAW-0842.
We've helped thousands of people get the benefits they deserve, even if they've been denied.
We'll navigate the system and work hard for you.
Call 800-LAW-0842.
Andy's Heating, Cooling, Electrical guarantees to keep your home safe and cool. Your comfort is Andy's priority. Stay cool this summer with a new air conditioning system from Carrier and turn to the experts. Andy's offers a wide range of top quality air conditioning systems that are both reliable and environmentally friendly. Andy's team of experts are highly trained and experienced, so you can stay comfortable with Andy's hassle-free installation service. Andy's Heating, Cooling, Electrical, your trusted Carrier experts since 1972.
R&R RV has just lowered prices on every pre-owned motorhome, fifth wheel, and travel trailer in stock. We're talking jaw-dropping savings on the region's largest selection of pre-owned RVs. All pre-owned units at R&R RV are clean, certified, and never purchased at auction. Quit dreaming. Just do it. Same-day delivery available on many units. Shop pre-owned units now at R&R RV in Liberty Lake, North Spokane, and Lewiston. Or visit rnrrv.com.
4 News Now is brought to you by Move Fitness. Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Welcome back. Your time right now is 6:17. Warmer days are here, and summer boating adventures aren't too far behind us. The Spokane County Sheriff's Office wants you to be safe and make it your top priority on the water.
That means having your boater education card, life jackets, and other things. Allison Martinez is live with what you need to know to go out on the water. Allison.
Good morning. We're here on Silver Lake. We've had some sprinkles, but it's still a gorgeous start to the day here. I'm joined by Deputy Jim Ebel, and we're talking about all of those habits we need to get back into as we head out to the river, the lake. What are, pieces of equipment, things you want people to remember as they head out?
Yeah, so it's early in the season. People are starting to head out for their first time for the year. Get in your boat before you go to the lake. Check your life jackets.
Mm-hmm.
Kids grow up over the wintertime. They get bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure that those life jackets are going to fit everybody that you're going to have on board. Make sure all the buckles are in good shape and all of the Velcro and straps and everything are going to work on the life jackets.
Mm-hmm.
Check your fire extinguishers. Check your flares. Check all of that required equipment each time you go out before you get out on the water.
Yeah, absolutely. Just get in the habit of doing that every single time. Now, another thing we want to remind people about is just that this water is cold. It might feel warm out on some of those. We had those 70-degree days just the other week, but water's still cold at this point.
Right. We went from 80 degrees on a Friday, and then the next day on a Saturday it was 60 degrees, 55 degrees. The water at the surface, it shows about 62 degrees. But if you go down a foot or so, it's going to be into the 50s, and that water is really cold. So, our early season cold water fishermen, prepare yourself. Dress appropriate for the weather. Have all your required equipment in the boat ready to go.
Mm-hmm. And we've had some people fishing this morning, and all of them seem like they're doing a good job of being suited up, warm, all of that good stuff. Well, thank you so much. We'll send it back to you guys in studio.
A couple of things, North Idaho has maybe some different rules than if you were boating in Washington, so kind of keep that in mind. And those life jackets can expire too.
Oh, that's a really good point.
I mean, you get a few years out of them, but there's an expiration date.
And if your lake is fed by snowmelt, it is going to be a lot colder. That water is going to be chilly, chilly. So, every lake's a little bit different, but especially on the Idaho side, where all that snow's still melting off it's going to be an issue. We are keeping an eye on some rain. As Allison just mentioned, they did get a little sprinkles here. We're tracking that shower this morning. Look from Spokane across the Veterans Memorial Arena into the background here as we look south. Well, you can see that dark sky there. That is the wet weather we're tracking across Spokane County this morning. So it is raining at the airport right now. Geiger Heights down into the Marshall area. If you are in the Latah Valley, if you're on Spokane South Hill, guess what? The wet weather is headed in your direction here over the next several minutes. So don't get caught without the umbrella if you're headed out the door and you don't want to get wet here early this morning. We're also keeping an eye on places like Bayview that are about to see a little bit of rain, some spotty showers between Sandpoint and Bonners Ferry. Potlatch also seeing a little bit of wet weather this morning. We'll have to keep an eye out in the Silver Valley for some rain here as we head into the late morning. We will see, for the most of us, a little break here in the late morning hours, but as we get past lunchtime, we'll start to see more showers pop up around Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, and then especially along the U.S.-Canada border here and in our northern counties, where we could even hear a little bit of thunder later on this afternoon, but any lightning strikes will be fairly isolated. And as you head further south, I'm not expecting nearly as much activity. And in fact, you head south to the Palouse, and it'll be quiet for a decent portion of the day with only the occasional sprinkle. As you can see, all the activity staying far up north, so everybody kind of north of I-90, just be ready for some wet weather through the afternoon and lasting on into the evening. Highs today will be in the 60s, although in places where it'll stay fairly dry, like Omak, Grand Coulee, Moses Lake, we will get into the 70s with mostly cloudy skies. Now, the sun's going to come out a little bit tomorrow as we see a brief dry day, but by Friday morning, we're back in the rain, and we'll see off and on rain throughout the entirety of the weekend.
Matt, thank you much. It's now 6:22.
After a dominant Spokane Chiefs win in Game 2 of the WHL Championship, the Medicine Hat Tigers look to get revenge in Game 3 last night, and spoiler alert, that's exactly what they did. We'll tell you all about this matchup. That's next in Morning Sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
The Medellin Falls Bigfoot Festival, presented by the Kalispel Tribe of Indians, returns to Pend Oreille County June 14th and 15th. From Sasquatch-themed crafts to Bigfoot merchandise, a 5K fun run, and food vendors from across the region, this event is guaranteed to leave you amazed and entertained. Get your tickets to hear from the country's foremost experts about their Bigfoot sightings and fieldwork both Saturday and Sunday. The Medellin Falls Bigfoot Festival. For tickets and information, go to mfbigfoot.com.
For the third year in a row, Sturm Heating proudly stands as one of the top HVAC companies in the greater Spokane region. Our team of over 80 HVAC experts prioritize your comfort and air quality utilizing today's most advanced systems. With 80 years of experience, we embody strength, technical excellence, and community commitment. Trust us for unparalleled service. Discover more at sturmheating.com. Your comfort, our legacy. Sturm Heating since 1945, and we're just getting started.
Coeur d'Alene Denture Clinic is locally owned and operated and has been providing personalized, comfortable, and satisfying care to our clients for over 30 years. Our licensed denturists are trained in the latest techniques in the construction, development, and preparatory work of a denture. Full dentures, implant attachments, repairs, fittings, adjustments, we do it all. Every denture is made to look as close as possible to your natural teeth. With our knowledge and friendly staff, competitive costs, and quality of service, you'll leave Coeur d'Alene Denture Clinic smiling.
New York City's hottest hits are landing right here in Spokane. Join STCU Best of Broadway, live at First Interstate Center for the Arts. It's lights up on a thrilling new season. Moulin Rouge, the musical, The Notebook, Back to the Future, Some Like It Hot, and the epic return of Disney's The Lion King. You just have to be there. Get your season tickets and get swept away at shows.broadwayspokane.com.
My parents started their first dealership in Coeur d'Alene in 1983. They took pride in being locally owned and work hard to help this great community we call home.
Now, 3 generations later, we're still proud to be one of the last locally owned Subaru dealerships, and we're working harder than ever to give back to the community that has supported us all these years.
Because we're looking forward to being your local family Subaru dealer for generations to come.
The Spokane Chiefs just played one of their worst games in this playoff run so far. The Medicine Hat Tigers held Spokane scoreless, not only for the first time in the postseason, but the Chiefs haven't finished with a 0 on the scoreboard since October, so it's safe to say this wasn't their best night. But one milestone, it was the first game the Chiefs didn't let the Tigers score a goal in the first minute. It took about 11 minutes and a couple of Dawson Cowan saves before the Tigers found the net, and since that first one, it felt like Spokane was always a step behind. The Chiefs only took 28 shots on goal. That's the smallest amount of any of their playoff games so far. And they also let the Tigers score 6. That's the most by any opponent so far against the Chiefs. So clearly all phases of this team were off last night. And they're hoping to pick it up with a quick turnaround for tonight's Game 4 at 7 o'clock. The Chiefs now down 2-1 in the series, heading into this next one at home. Game 5 will also be on their home ice, and if needed, Game 6 moves back to Medicine Hat.
It's okay. Little step back there, but still got time.
All right.
Go Chiefs, go.
They can do it. It's now 6:26.
A program that keeps hundreds of Spokane's most vulnerable residents safe in their homes is now at risk. The countdown to save SNAP's home repair program is coming up.
Plus, a decision today could put a $200 million question in front of Spokane voters this November. What the school board's bond vote means for every neighborhood in the city after the break. And as we go to break, here's your first look at what's coming up on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, an urgent warning for parents about a new TikTok trend. Several school administrators and fire officials across the country are sounding the alarm over videos like these, all part of a social media Chromebook challenge, where students are putting objects in the charging ports of their devices in an effort to spark a fire.
Once you have that thermal runaway in a Chromebook, it is a difficult fire to put out.
The Colorado Springs Fire Department seeing more than 30 incidents just in the last few weeks.
We did see greater numbers right away. This really spread quickly. And that, of course, is concerning because this is not unique to any one state. It's not unique to any one zip code. This is demographics across really all the areas.
And we'll have much more on this dangerous TikTok trend coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Eva Pilgrim, ABC News, New York.
Touch can mean so many things, even for children with moderate to severe eczema. Touch can stir a sense of wonder, can make a ride go smoothly, and make a smile stretch ear to ear. Dupixent can help your child stay ahead of eczema with clearer skin and noticeably less itch. When a touch is all in good fun, Dupixent helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your child's skin from within. Severe allergic reactions can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain, vision changes, or blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma or other medicines without talking to your doctor. Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists. Help your child feel the heal and see the difference. Reach out to your child's eczema specialist today.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Book your stay and play getaway today at Mistaqua.com.
Is your favorite beach contaminated? For the first time in decades, Idaho is testing the sand and water where your kids play. I'm Natalie Grant. I'll show you how the testing works, why it's happening now, and what it could reveal about hidden risks. Watch Thursday at 6 on 4 News Now.
It's Mistaqua Casino Hotel's 31st anniversary. We're celebrating by giving you the chance to win over $62,000 in cash and prizes, including adventures on a pontoon, on a flight to your favorite getaway, or your choice of a new car or cash. Play your favorite games now to earn entries at Mistaqua Casino Hotel. 31 years of jackpots, food, and fun. Learn more at Mistaqua.com.
A
Attention! Save up to 50% at the Hot Tub and Swim Spa tent sale this weekend at Spokane Valley Mall. Don't put off buying any longer. You can have a hot tub now. Over 50 models on display. Every floor model must go. Come see revolutionary swim spas that can heat or chill the water. Bad credit, no problem. 100% in-house financing, no turn downs. Don't miss the Hot Tub and Swim Spa blowout sale this weekend at Spokane Valley Mall. Call 1-833-OUR-SPAS or go to discountspas.com.
If you want to shine this summer and say goodbye to that winter weight, then this is the perfect time to join Move Fitness for almost $1 a day to get your body sculpted for the swimsuit season.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
We kick off this half hour with the 4 News Now story tracker and the stories people are talking about this morning.
Fire season in northeastern Minnesota coming early and fast. Several wildfires exploding in size overnight, forcing more evacuations. Already, 140 structures destroyed by these 3 fires that broke out in the last 2 days, burning in total 20,000 acres with still zero containment as of this morning. Dry, windy weather is making for unprecedented conditions here. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz has authorized the state's National Guard to help with these fires. Hotshot crews from several states are also already on the ground helping. Officials say the largest of the fires was started by campers who left a fire unattended and it got out of control.
The late Pete Rose is among the players Major League Baseball has removed from its permanently ineligible list, meaning he can now be enshrined in the Hall of Fame. Rose was kicked out of baseball for gambling on the game. MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred ruled Rose's lifetime ban ended with his death. Manfred also removed 15 other deceased players and an owner from the permanently ineligible list, including Shoeless Joe Jackson, part of the infamous White Sox team accused of throwing the 1919 World Series. Rose holds the MLB record for the number of games played and hits. Good morning, Northwest. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Natalie Grant. Today is Wednesday, May 14th. Welcome to it. We're going to start things off with meteorologist Matt Gray and a look at our first alert forecast. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning. We've got more rain we're keeping an eye on this morning on your live radar, especially across North Idaho. But we are going to get started in Spokane, where we've got some rain moving into the South Hill here. So it looks like for the most part rain to south of 29th, but you're likely to see a sprinkle here really anywhere south of I-90 as we head over the next several minutes. So for the south side of Spokane, a little bit of rain to start our day. It'll move on fairly quickly, however, this morning. Elsewhere, Blanchard seeing some rain, Spirit Lake seeing some sprinkles as well. We're about to get some light showers in Bayview as we've been watching this area of rain slowly move across southern Bonner and northern Kootenai counties this morning. There's a couple light showers as well as you head north of Sandpoint towards places like Naples and Bonner's Ferry as we get our day started. Now, we're going to continue to see off and on showers throughout the day. We'll wait to heat up a little bit this afternoon, and then by early afternoon, more showers developing, and we'll see more activity through the evening. We'll lay out the timeline, help you plan around this wet weather coming up.
Matt, thanks. Hundreds of Spokane families rely on SNAP's home repair program to help keep their homes safe and livable. But that support is now at risk. A new federal budget proposal could cut the city's nearly $3 million in grant funding, threatening the funding for SNAP's home repair program.
Our funding will expire the end of June. I don't know what's going to happen. So when that funding, when we spend it all out and it goes away, when somebody calls up and says, hey, I need a handicap accessible ramp on a 75-year-old lady's home, I don't know where they're going to go.
If this funding disappears, elderly and disabled residents could be left without heat, secure doors, or safe roofs. SNAP urges anyone who has benefited from these programs to speak up before this budget is finalized.
Spokane parks are meant to be safe spaces for everyone, but some community members say due to changes in immigration policy, that is no longer the case. City leaders are considering an ordinance that would allow parts of public parks to be temporarily designated as private. Supporters say this move could keep federal immigration officers out and help immigrant families feel safer in these community spaces.
Having places in the community where families can go and attend events or recreate is really important in supporting the dignity and the rights of our community members.
The proposal faces legal challenges. The Spokane Parks Board says it is impossible for its park leaders to be in the position of approving or denying federal immigration officials access to non-public areas of the park. Its board would also need to approve this resolution. However, supporters, including immigration attorney Sam Smith, say the goal is to set clear guidelines for when a public space can become private.
Good morning from the Breaking Now desk. Take a look at this photo. This is 12-year-old Sarah Niambona, just a kid who loved making TikToks, loved all things beauty, especially getting her hair and nails done. But on April 13th, she jumped to her death while being in the care of Providence Sacred Heart Medical Center. Now her family is suing the hospital. The lawsuit claims the hospital failed to keep Sarah safe. Back in January, Providence admitted Sarah for treatment. She was supposed to be under 24-hour watch. The lawsuit also claims that watch included a staff member in her room, video monitoring, and door alarms. But weeks before she died, the hospital pulled the video system and the person assigned to watch her. Then just last month, Sarah left her room, walked to the 4th floor of the parking garage, and jumped.
I was just shaking and crying. And so many questions just come to me. But at that time, I just wanted to see my daughter. I want to see my daughter. Is she okay? They say she's okay. She's breathing, but she's in critical condition.
Sarah survived the fall, but later died in the ER. I've been working on this story for weeks. I sat down with Sarah's mom as she shared the heartbreak of losing her daughter. She told me Sarah didn't want to die. She was failed. You can tune in next week for the full story when we'll dedicate the week to teen mental health. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
Hannah, thanks. The Spokane Public Schools Board of Directors is expected to decide today whether you'll see the district's $200 million 20-year bond on the November ballot. This is all part of the Together Spokane initiative in partnership with Spokane Parks and Recreation. The bond would pay to update facilities for all 58 public schools in the city, open a 4-year-long trades high school, and more.
Every neighborhood school is touched by this initiative, as well as those larger community projects like the Indoor Aquatic Center, the Field House, and really that was the goal. Every single neighborhood gets some level of investment to try to get to that value proposition where people could say, you know, is this worth the investment?
The Spokane Parks and Recreation Board voted unanimously last week to put its $240 million levy on the November ballot.
New on Good Morning Northwest, a pair of ribbon-cutting ceremonies celebrating improved public spaces. The first STA and its partners are opening the new Mirabeau Transit Center on East Indiana near Mirabeau Parkway. STA says the new facility will provide enhanced transit access and improved rider amenities in Spokane Valley. Kicks off with an introduction at 10 this morning with the ribbon cutting and a tour of the new facility to follow. There'll be some light refreshments too. And in Chattaroy, Spokane County Parks, Rec and Golf reopening Bear Lake Regional Park today. The ceremony kicks off at 11 this morning with a ribbon-cutting ceremony. Then visitors can tour the improvements. Those include new pavement and landscaping, restrooms, picnic shelters, and greater accessibility for docks, swimming, and habitat areas. Hope the rain holds off for all of those things. Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:38.
Checking in with meteorologist Matt Gray. Yeah, lots going on today.
Rain holding off. I don't know. You're going to have to keep an eye on the sky, eye on the 4 News Now weather app and the interactive radar, because things are just going to pop up, you know, as we head into the afternoon. And we certainly saw that this morning with some rain on the South Hill in Spokane. We've got more wet weather to come this afternoon. I'll help you plan your day after this.
And still to come here on Good Morning Northwest, an email discovered after a young man's death is now sparking change across Spokane. The powerful legacy that Gabriel Fensler left behind and how his mother is bringing his vision to life.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
The swimsuit season has arrived, and that means extra extra time in the gym to look good this summer at Move Fitness. From squats and lunges for the booty to curls for the girls, Move Fitness has the classes and machines to make this summer your best. And you can get it all for about $1 a day. Move Fitness.
The new spring inventory is rolling in this week at Findlay Downtown Toyota. And that means it's a great time to spend your summer in a new Toyota. Whether you're pulling the boat with the new truck or taking a road trip in a cool 4Runner, Findlay has the perfect Toyota for you. It's simple. If you're looking for bigger savings, a better selection to choose from, and the best financing available now, you can find it all this week at Findlay.
Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls has been North Idaho's premier flooring shop for over 30 years. From remodels to new construction, they've got your home or business covered from wall to wall. Their expert design team will work with you to find the perfect floor for your lifestyle and budget. They've got the lowest prices. From carpet and area rugs to hardwood, LVP and laminate, if you can dream it, they can floor it. Dream it, design it, live it at Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls.
Get ready for the concert event of the summer. On the road again. Catch Willie Nelson and family. Bob Dylan. Billy Strings. And more at the Outlaw Music Festival's 10th anniversary tour, May 22nd, One Spokane Stadium. Get access to preferred tickets with your city card. For tickets and more, go to ticketswest.com or outlawmusicfestival.com.
Good morning and welcome back. It's 6:41. A Spokane mother who lost her son to a fentanyl overdose in March has transformed her heartbreak into a movement.
Katara Johnson-Jones kicked off Gabriel's Challenge on Mother's Day and hosted the first community mapping meeting last night. This entire movement all started because of Gabriel Fensler, who overdosed the day before his 24th birthday. While grieving, his mom found an email from Gabriel. It was a plan on how to help people fighting addiction. She took that plan and created Gabriel's Challenge. This is his legacy.
Fentanyl is not exempt to one income. It doesn't discriminate, and so neither should we. We need every hand on deck to be able to address this epidemic, because if we don't, we're going to continue to lose people, and Gabriel understood this.
At the meeting, people mapped out what resources were available to help families in similar situations. This challenge will last through Father's Day, with these meetings happening every Tuesday.
Takeaways today in your forecast. More showers off and on throughout the day. And we'll have one day with dry weather tomorrow before we are back into the rain. Stay tuned for your extended forecast.
The NFL is expanding its footprint and will feature a game in Spain this coming season. The Miami Dolphins will face the Washington Commanders on November 16th in Madrid. It'll be the first ever regular season game in Spain. 55 regular season NFL games have been played around the world throughout the league's history, happening in places like London, Munich, Frankfurt, Sao Paulo, Mexico City, and Toronto. And we're about to add Spain to that.
So cool.
Good morning, Northwest Time is 6:43.
Well, Days in the Water will be here before we know it, and it's important to stay safe out there. We have Allison Martinez live on the water here in Spokane County.
Are you ready to head out to the lake or maybe the river? Well, you'll definitely need one of these and a few other things. We'll tell you everything you need to know to keep your family safe this upcoming summer coming up.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Get ready for the thrill of a lifetime at the Last Stand Rodeo this Memorial Day weekend, May 23rd through the 25th in Coulee City. Presented by Chess Ford and NextEra Energy Resources. Get your tickets online at laststandrodeo.com. Don't miss it.
With local utility rebates and massive tax credits available, it's now possible to upgrade to a heat pump for less than a traditional air conditioner. Heat pumps are far more efficient than air conditioners when it comes to heating and cooling your home. Get year-round comfort with higher efficiency, all while lowering your monthly utility bills. So don't be fooled into buying outdated air conditioning technology. Upgrade to a heat pump, the smart choice for smart homeowners. Call Bill's Heating and AC today for your free estimate.
With an unsettling economy, Caritas Food Bank has new clients enrolling every day. Now serving over 500 households a month, it's time for the Extreme Team to help with Caritas's growth. 4 News Now Extreme Team, brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.
When you're in a car wreck, we're not just here to fight for you. We're here as a family. At Craig Swamp & Associates, we treat every client like one of our own.
We're not just a business, we're a family.
When I reached out to Craig Swamp & Associates, it felt like I was talking to family. It got started right away. They made sure I received everything I was owed.
Call Craig Swamp & Associates and let us show you what it means to be treated like family. Just one call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
It's time. Time to let your soul breathe a little, to feel the sun on your face, and to feel alive again. It's time to dust off the clubs, to treat yourself, and test out your lungs. It's time to get away to the place that's not so far away, Lakeside Coeur d'Alene. Win a dream giveaway at cda4.fun.
At Liberty Park, we've been growing our own since 1928, and we continue to be your go-to greenhouse for all your gardening needs, including custom container planting. We have a colorful selection of annuals, perennials, and hanging baskets. With several varieties of tomatoes and other veggie starts, we have all you need to kick off your vegetable garden. We also carry yard art, soil, and pots of all sizes and colors. Liberty Park Greenhouse and Garden Center is now open in the historic South Perry District.
The Medellin Falls Bigfoot Festival returns in June. Go to mfbigfoot.com.
Good morning and welcome back at 6:46. Springtime boating in the inland Northwest requires extra attention to safety.
The Spokane County Sheriff's Office has you covered with all the gear and information that you need out there on the water. We have Allison Martinez live this morning to tell us how you can keep your family safe while you're out enjoying our beautiful lakes and rivers this summer.
Good morning. Right now it's a little rainy, a little cold out here on Silver Lake, but soon it will be sunny, warm, beautiful out. And before you head out to the water, you got to check off a few things from your to-do list. I'm joined by Deputy Jim Ebel this morning. Thank you so much for being with us. We're talking about boater education courses. You guys have them going now. They're free. What do people need to know?
So Washington is a boater education required state. That means if you are a resident of the state of Washington and you operate a vessel 15 horsepower or more, or any personal watercraft, jet ski, Sea-Doo, things like that, and you're born after January 1st, 1955, you are required to have a boater education card. And we do have free classes still. We have 7 a year typically. We've had 2 already that were a great success. They were both full classes. Our next class is Saturday, June 7th, over here on Highway 902 at our Sheriff's Training Center. Beautiful facility. Come out and see us. It's free from us. The instruction is free. The materials are free. The written test at the end is free. You get to hear from what we see out on the water, some of the issues that we see, and you're going to learn a lot about just how to be safe for you and your family out on the water.
Yeah, super easy to accomplish, but very important to do so. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We'll send it back to you guys in studio.
And did he mention it's free?
Always a win.
What I learned in boating school is...
We got Dora quotes, we got SpongeBob quotes today. We're just going down the list.
Yeah, we're hitting home runs out of the park all day today, for sure. Okay, so we have some wet weather again this morning, but it is not super widespread. We just saw some showers move through the southern Spokane area, so you can see the clouds kind of left over from that. Some wet roads here in Coeur d'Alene as well, where we saw some showers earlier this morning. So another day where we've got to be dodging some rain out there. Let's first take a look at that shower, which has just moved to the South Hill of Spokane. A little bit of a kind of southerly angle that shower is moving here, so it is going to end up going south of the valley here, and so places like around Micah and Valley Ford and along the Palouse Highway, this is where we're going to start to see that rain begin to move now that it has passed the kind of southern portions of Spokane. Let's head further north here now. Athol, Spirit Lake still getting some rain. Blanchard still getting some rain this morning. It seems like that shower's just kind of been stuck over you for much of the morning. Bayview and Carywood also seeing a little bit of light rain as that continues to move through northern Kootenai County. Here's here's what to expect as we head through the rest of your day. So this particular area of rain moves off by 11 a.m. or so, and then we end up with more showers popping up around Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, and then especially in our northern counties along the mountains, especially around Bonners Ferry as we head towards 1, 2 in the afternoon. And we'll continue to see that shower and storm development in the northern half of our area, basically everywhere along I-90 and to the north. We're going to continue to see these scattered showers. And up near the Canada border, we're likely to hear a few rumbles of thunder as well. These showers will continue long into the evening, so not going to be raining all the time. In fact, not going to be raining that often. But when it does, it'll certainly get your attention, especially with some of the heavier rain further to the north. Here's what we can expect for our temperatures today. So some low 60s, some upper 50s across North Idaho, thanks to the fact that, well, it is going to be cloudy and active when it comes to our weather. 70s and dry in the Columbia Basin. More dry weathers to come, and your extended forecast will show you that after the morning spread.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Walker's Furniture.
When it comes to getting what's fair for your auto accident, the scales of justice can be a bit unbalanced.
So how do you get what's fair?
Call Russell & Hill.
We've handled thousands of injury cases and have the resources to make the insurance company pay up.
Call Russell & Hill.
For over 90 years, the McVeigh Brothers family has been installing the very best in roofing, siding, and windows, made for the Inland Northwest. Last year, our 6000 Series Coeur d'Alene windows earned the 2024 Energy Star Most Efficient Award, beating some manufacturers by 20%. So this week, we're celebrating by matching your energy rebate. Ask about our current rebate offers for each window sold. At McVeigh Brothers, we're always working for you.
You'll love Yachtly Crew, a 7-piece SoCal band who has started a nationwide yacht rock craze. Live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, July 3rd. George Thorogood and the Destroyers bring their roof-shaking rock party to the Coeur d'Alene Casino live Thursday, July 31st. Winter Music Nashville's multi-platinum star Gabby Barrett is an unstoppable force in country music and will be live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, August 14th. Visit the Coeur d'Alene Casino box office or cdacasino.com for tickets.
Winning is just the beginning.
It's the Click It RV Spokane Pre-Memorial Day sales event. Huge manufacturer's discounts from Forest River, StarCraft, and more. Get 0 down financing and no payment for 90 days. And get top dollar for your trade. And as our way of saying thank you, active military and veterans get a $500 parts and service card. And talk about giveaways. Win a StarCraft trailer or $30,000 in cash. And get a 65-inch TV with every purchase. Nobody beats a Click It RV deal. We guarantee it. So don't miss the Click It RV Spokane Pre-Memorial Day sales event. May 18th to the 30th.
WSECU Cashback Checking. You give and give and give. Let's give you something back. Just use your debit card to earn. WSECU Cashback Checking. Let's Credit Union.
When it comes to getting what's fair for your auto accident, the scales of justice can be a bit unbalanced.
So how do you get what's fair?
Call Russell & Hill.
We've handled thousands of injury cases and have the resources to make the insurance company pay up.
Call Russell & Hill.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
Welcome back. Your time right now is 6:53, and it's time to get you ready to take on your Wednesday in the morning sprint. Clouds and scattered showers today. We got meteorologist Matt Gray with the forecast.
Warmer days are here and are coming, and Allison Martinez is live with the Sheriff's Office with boating safety tips.
But first, we have Hannah Joy, who's live in studio with details on a deadly shooting that happened yesterday in East Central.
Yesterday evening, 2 people were killed at an apartment complex. Right now, investigators believe someone nearby may have seen or heard something, and they're asking anyone with surveillance footage to check their cameras. This all took place at the Hart Terrace Apartments near 11th and Ray. Here you can see police cars at the scene blocking off 11th. When officers got there, they found both people hurt in the parking lot, and despite trying to save them, both died at the scene. Police say more than one person was involved. So if you have information you believe officers should see, call Crime Check at the number on your screen, 509-456-2233.
A man who supplied tens of thousands of fentanyl-laced pills to Eastern Washington has been sentenced to more than 16 years in federal prison. The U.S. Attorney's Office says 32-year-old David Velasquez Jr. and another man, 61-year-old David Fulmer, met several times in 2022 in Utah to transport drugs to Eastern Washington. Fulmer was also recently sentenced to 5 years in federal prison for drug trafficking.
Yeah, we've seen some scattered rain out there this morning, and we have more scattered showers to come. So we'll at least have a small chance of rain at any given hour today. Temperatures gradually working their way into the 50s and eventually into the 60s by mid-afternoon. As we get into the afternoon, we'll also see those rain chances jump up just a little bit, and the scattered rain will continue into your evening.
Warmer days are right around the corner, and many of us are itching to head out to the lake, maybe the river. But before you do that, you and everyone in your family will, of course, need their life jackets ready and properly fitted. And, of course, your boater education card. You can get that through a free class with the Spokane County Sheriff's Office. It's very easy to do. There are multiple dates over the next couple of months, and we'll have more information on that on our website at kxly.com.
Spokane County Parks, Rec, and Golf is reopening Bear Lake Regional Park in Chattaroy today. The ceremony kicks off at 11 this morning with a ribbon-cutting ceremony. Then visitors can tour the improvements. They include new pavement and landscaping, restrooms, picnic shelters, and greater accessibility for docks, swimming, and habitat areas.
The Badger County Sheriff's Office is blocking some calls to its non-emergency line because of a string of verbally abusive unknown callers. It says there's been hundreds over the last week. The calls are coming from blocked numbers, all being traced around the country, making them difficult to investigate. Nevertheless, the Sheriff's Office intends to prosecute the people behind them.
The family of a 12-year-old girl who jumped to her death while in the care of Providence Sacred Heart Medical Center is suing the hospital. The wrongful death lawsuit claims the hospital failed to keep Sarah Nyamboya safe. And 4 News Now has been working on this story for the last several weeks, including an interview with Sarah's mom. All next week, we will provide team coverage focused around teens in crisis. Be sure to stay tuned to our newscasts.
Spokane parks are meant to be safe spaces for everyone, but some community members say due to changes in immigration policy, that's no longer the case. City leaders are considering an ordinance that would allow parts of public parks to be temporarily designated as private. Supporters say this move could keep federal immigration officers out and help immigrant families feel safer in these community spaces.
The Spokane Public Schools Board of Directors is expected to decide today whether you will see the district's $200 million 20-year bond on the November ballot. This is all part of the Together Spokane initiative. The bond would pay to update facilities for all 58 public schools in the city, open a 4-year trades high school, and more. The Spokane Parks and Recreation Board voted unanimously just last week to put its $240 million levy on the November ballot.
Inflation may have slowed last month, but economists warn prices could be on the way back up soon. The latest federal numbers showing inflation at 2.3% compared to a year ago. But experts say the full effect of President Trump's tariffs haven't really kicked in yet. For updates on how the tariffs will impact your family, tune in to Good Morning America.
If you're looking for some indoor activities this summer, AMC Theaters is making it cheaper to go to the movies. AMC announced it is slashing the price of adult movie tickets by 50% on Wednesdays. That'll begin July 9th. But you must be a member of the AMC Stubs Rewards program to get the reduced price.
And we'll be back with the final check of our weather forecast with meteorologist Matt Gray. It's coming up right after this commercial break.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
2 minutes for checking to Berkeley Cattle. Get your exclusive Spokane Chiefs debit card from Numerica today.
Just look at those beautiful plants and flowers from the Plant Farm. The Plant Farm is Spokane's go-to garden center. A promise of trust and confidence comes with the healthiest plants from the Plant Farm because their plants and flowers are grown right here. Get annuals, perennials, roses, trees, shrubs, and their signature hanging baskets and more, even indoor plants. Head to the Plant Farm, Spokane's go-to garden center on 4th between Evergreen and Adams in the Spokane Valley, because life is better in the garden.
Is your favorite beach contaminated? For the first time in decades, Idaho is testing the sand and water where your kids play. I'm Natalie Grant. I'll show you how the testing works, why it's happening now, and what it could reveal about hidden risks. Watch Thursday at 6 on 4 News Now.
Well, the sun is shining, at least in some areas, but we'll have plenty of clouds and light showers as we go throughout the day today. Even a rumble of thunder or two around the U.S.-Canada border later this afternoon. Showers will be off and on all the way through your evening, and then we dry out finally heading into Friday. It's not going to last long. Another system is already on the way. We'll see some rain as we wake up Friday morning, and then more showers as we head through the weekend.
Well, thanks so much for starting your day with us here on Good Morning Northwest.
Yeah, we've loved having you along. We hope you can stick around. We have a lot more coming up for you throughout Good Morning America. It starts coming up right after this.